challenge we have in our Korean identity Taiwanese American. So we're going to let the three speakers talk first, and then we're going to have open forum, people can talk and ask a question or share experiences. So let me do a brief introduction of three speakers. So the first is Lily, she's right here. So she's current assistant professor at College of Medicine at University of Cincinnati. Also radiologist at University of Cincinnati Medical Center. And she has been current president for FAPA at Ohio South chapter, Ohio South region chapter. And also the current board member of GTI Global Health Institute. And on a committee and a volunteer for Cincinnati New TACWC Sister Association, and also a former president for Ohio chapter of North American Taiwanese Women's Association, and former Midwest region chair for Taiwanese Association of America, and also for the Taiwanese Association of Cincinnati. And the next speaker is Dina Zhuang. So she's a second generation Taiwanese American from Los Angeles. She graduated with honors from Pomona College with degrees in sociology and women's studies and from the University of Pennsylvania Law School. She also studied at a Mandarin Training Center of the National Taiwan Normal University in Taipei. Upon graduation from law school, Dina worked in private law firms and for federal judges. She currently works for the city of Pasadena as a criminal prosecutor, primarily handling domestic violence and driving under the influence cases. Additionally, she serves as coordinator of the North American Taiwanese Women's Association and chair of the Domestic Violence Committee of NAMWA. The third speaker is Marilyn Fu. Marilyn tells stories for film, digital, and theater. Her work has been honored with the William Goldman Screenwriting Fellowship and the Tribeca Film Festival's Creative Promise Award. In 2015, the film she wrote and co-produced, The Sisterhood of Night, was released by Freestyle Releasing. Her next screenplay honor is in the pre-production Landscape and The Breather. The new play show at Hollywood Fringe Festival in June. She's read by the title and the CAA. So let's welcome them. And then for those who's coming late, this is like a conversation style forum, open panel to share experiences and the challenge as a Taiwanese American identity and career. So we're going to have a speaker start talking first, and we'll open a question for sharing.
Alright, I'm going to start off first. My name is Wang, and the reason I'm first is because my name was listed first. So, I need some help with the slides, just the next slide. Alright, so, who was born in USA here? No audience. Alright, most people sitting in the front. Okay, born in Taiwan? Alright, most people sitting in the back. And most people with gray hair. Born somewhere else, not Taiwan or USA? Oh, no one. Okay, interesting. I just want to see the mix of the people here. All right, next slide. Okay, so did you spend the majority, like more than 50% of time in Taiwan, outside of Taiwan? Outside of Taiwan? It's almost everyone, right? So why are we here calling us? Why does Taiwan matter? Like, we didn't even spend half our life in Taiwan. Well, we all have some sort of connection with Taiwan, and that's why we're here at the Taiwanese American conference, okay? So I was born in Taiwan. I lived there until I was 12. Then my whole family migrated to New Zealand, where they filmed Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. It's beautiful, okay? I don't get any commission, but it's a great place to visit. Make sure you go. And then I did high school there. Next slide. So I spent a lot of time with sheep in New Zealand. After all, it's a country with more sheep than people. So on the weekend, we'll go climbing in the mountains in the park and spend time in the country areas. Next. And then I moved to a country with lots of these bullies. They can punch you in the face if you are getting in their way, so do not go and cuddle a kangaroo. So I went to medical school in Sydney. Then my whole family decided, oh, Australia is so lovely, the weather is so nice. So I just want to preface this. I have a younger sister and a younger brother, and they both went to the same medical school as me, and they're both radiologists as well. So I have what some people would call a model Taiwanese family for the parents here. I feel a little ashamed in saying that, but then I also want to kind of demystify some of the myths that the first generation may have about having children as doctors. All right, next. So, how many of you have Mondayitis here? No one wants to admit it, right? I don't see any hands going up. So that's defined, medically it's defined as you wake up on Monday and you go, I don't want to get out of bed, isn't it Sunday still? So if you have that, don't worry, it's normal. Even if you love your job, it can still occur once in a while. Okay. So I thought I'd just come up with this quiz here, because we're talking about careers. So what you love, if it intersects with, this is mathematics, I'm kind of a math nerd, so I love Venn diagrams. What you love intersect with what you are good at is one. What do you think that's called?
You said the intersection of
Yeah,
what
one.
you love.
So what you love and what you're good at.
Hobby?
Hobby? Let's move to the next
Passion?
one.
Or
So happy but poor.
oh.
All right, so with that logic, if you are doing what you love and it pays well, what's number two? Oh, but then you are not good at it, okay? So if you are not good at it, it's just what you love and it pays well, what's two?
Happy and rich.
Unhappy.
Okay, unhappy and rich, okay. It's just a dream, okay? So because you're not good at it, no one's going to hire you, so sorry. All right, so what you're good at and it pays well, but you don't love? Kind of like a job. Medical doctor. Well, no. So next, maybe for some people, yeah, rich but bored, or rich and disgruntled. So, all right, next. What do you think is in the middle? Huh? What did you say?
Dream job.
Dream job? Yeah, kind of right. So it's a win, right? So we want to be in the right place, okay? It is difficult to be in the right place, to find what you love, what you're good at, and it pays well too. Well, that's a bonus. So most people kind of wander around these regions and eventually they will reach a place. I don't know which place you are at, but I like this other Venn diagram much better. So what you love and you're great at, the world also needs you doing that, and you're paid for it. Perfect. So that's called your purpose. So I know some people do things that are voluntary work, but most of us still do need to make a living. So hopefully we get paid for it, and that's our purpose. All right, next. And next. Okay, so I'm sure this is a really easy question. I love quizzing because I teach medical students and they love big questions, and that's a great way to stop them falling asleep after a huge meal. Okay, so what's the first Asian career options? Doctors, yeah, I know, we got 3 in my family, how sad. Okay, so yeah, number 1, next slide. What's number 2? Yeah, so Dina here is a lawyer. All right, so what's number 3? Engineer, we got some engineers here, right?
The next door neighbors
Too loud.
are complaining
Oh.
that we are too loud.
Oh, sorry.
So let's put it down, and I'm going to go to see them.
All right.
The microphone.
The microphone is connected to the PA on that
Oh,
side.
so well, that's not my fault.
We're working to fix it right now.
Okay,
But
fine, that's okay. Can everyone hear me, even without the microphone? Okay, I am generally pretty loud. Okay, so what's number 4?
Accountant.
Accountant? Any other takers?
Brokerage.
Brokerage, like some financial method?
MBA.
MBA, all right. So what's the answer? Well, it's a disgrace to family. No, this is such a joke, but I have a few of my friends who are not doctors or lawyers or engineers. They put it on their Facebook, and then they say, I'm currently number 4. And the person in this picture is actually, who knows who she is? Olivia Pope. Okay, so she, from Scandal. So if you have seen, probably not many of you have seen, she is trained as a lawyer, but she decided not to pursue her career as a lawyer, but she fixed problems. She fixed major politicians' problems, and she's super duper smart, and she's good at it, and she gets paid very well. So she's found her purpose. So we don't all have to be doctors, lawyers, and engineers. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I looked at some studies. It's kind of interesting. This is not a problem just within the Taiwanese American community. So this is a study done on Asian Americans. So what are people's priorities? So the top bar, the darker green, is US Asians. And the second bar, the lighter green, is general public. So more than 67% of US Asians think being a good parent is very important, as opposed to about only 50% of the general public. The second one is having a successful marriage. Third one is owning a home. The next one is helping others in need. And then this one is being successful in a high-paying career. And that's 27% versus 9%. So Asian Americans are really driven to pursue a career that's high-paying because that's their upbringing. So we need to understand that's not just an issue for us. Okay. Oh, they also want lots of free time, so I don't know how that's going to play. The last one is lots of free time. So yeah. All right. So this is another diagram showing how Asian Americans are driven to succeed. So the dark one says it's one of the most important things in your life to succeed. If you look at Asian immigrants, most people would think it's one of the most important things. The lighter green says it's very important, but not one of the most important. So about 70% of people think success is very important in the Asian American community. Okay? All right, so well, should parents influence their children's career choice? Well, I think this question depends on if you are a parent or a child, right? So when you are a child, you say, no, of course you should give them autonomy. But maybe once you become a parent, you're worried about them, how to make a living, and go, well, I would think this is the best career choice for you. So unfortunately, it's quite prevalent in the Asian community, and you notice the top of the list is actually in the Korean community. It's number 1. Parents should have influence on their children's career choice. Okay. All right, so how about spouse choices? Who should they marry? Do they have to marry a Taiwanese American? I've heard countless stories from both sides, how the parents lament, oh, I wish they didn't marry so-and-so. And it's very common in the migrant community, and of course we want the best for our children, but what their point of view may be very different from the child's point of view. So a lot of Asian Americans think it is parents should have influence on their children's marriage partner choice. It's very interesting. All right. So before I go on to talk about that, I just wanted to preface with our panel discussion on we come with a lot of baggage. Although we left Taiwan a long time ago, for many of us, or many of us have never even really lived in Taiwan, but this influence is cultural, is what we learn to grow up with. Doesn't matter whether I live in Antarctica or the Arctic, I grew up in a Taiwanese family, and even though they are rooted in America, they have a very different perspective. So I'm 1.5 generation. I'm not even yet a Taiwanese American. I'm Taiwanese New Zealander and Taiwanese Australian. I'm not yet Taiwanese American. So maybe I shouldn't be on this panel, but I think the title just did not fit. I looked at it like, said maybe I can just not talk. But we've got Marilyn here and Dina here. They can share the perspective as a true second generation Taiwanese American about their struggles. So I put this up as I work in Ohio, Cincinnati. It's very rare to see an Asian woman, even in the medical field, even in medicine where there's a lot of Asians. I go to the grocery store and then people look at me and I sometimes don't realize I am Asian and look out of place. So it's probably different in California because I think Asians are not really the minority here. I tend to forget that I'm Asian, and I think that's not a bad thing because we should not put labels on ourselves because then that kind of gives us boundaries and limits. People say, oh, there are ceilings to break. I agree, there are lots of things that women or minorities need to do, but it doesn't mean that you should limit yourself and blame on some things that doesn't happen right and you go, well, it's because I'm Asian, I didn't get this job. I think there's some mentality I feel like people shouldn't feel that's one of the main reasons why things don't work out well. But, same thing said, next slide. Marilyn might go more into this. In Hollywood, it's a fact. Asian Americans can't be lead actors in most famous films, and they don't get paid as much, so that's why they're quitting. So I actually watch Hawaii Five-0, and they have these two lead actors. The two lead actors are Caucasian. Alex Laughlin, he's Australian actually, and then Scott Kay. So they get paid a lot more than the other two lead actors who are hiding behind the bushes. Grace Kim and Dane, I can't remember his last name, but both of them get paid a lot less. So it is a fact, and how do we behave and what can we need to do to change this is something that we all need to think about. All right, and I just want to leave you with a thought. What defines success is very different to each and one of you. What gets you, my boss told me, well, you need to find something you like to do that you get up in the morning and you really look forward to it. And I think she's really right because she's like, well, Lily, do you want to go teaching? Do you want to do research? Do you just want to be a clinician? I mean, you can probably succeed in all of these, but you need to find something that really speaks to you. And only you know the answer, so you need to work it out. So I think that's one of the important things that we need to tell maybe to our kids, maybe our grandkids here for some of you, that they need to find what makes them happy, and that would define what is successful for them. For some of them, it may be being a great mom, stay at home and manage a family. It may be they want to be a doctor and work and live in a hospital, that's also fine, but whatever works for them, they need to work out for themselves. So, remember, we need to find our purpose, and it may change with your life and different life stages. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that, mostly just for people to think about questions. So I will pass I'll give Dina the podium now. We don't have a microphone, so just have to bear with us, okay?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Lily is a tough act to follow. I'll do my best. I don't have any fancy slides, and I'm going to talk more about my own personal experience growing up as a second-generation Taiwanese American